as my first guest are the creators and stars of the Joe Moses one-man shows that's here in New York City, and they're internet celebrities, according to none other than the New York Times. Please welcome Joe Moses and J.D. Durkin. How's it going, guys?
Doing all right.
Welcome to the show. The mic's on?
Is it? There we go. Hi, everybody.
Joe Moses, J.D. Durkin.
It's me.
Good to see you guys, both fresh off the mini DC tour, huh?
That's right. Yeah, we just finished 2 shows in DC on Saturday at the Shakespeare Theater, actually. So we were very happy about that. Actually, I got to throw a shout out to some of my fans who actually came down from New York to DC to come and see us. So that was really
You've got some crazy fans.
They're crazy wonderful.
Crazy wonderful. So you were in DC for this past weekend, President's Day weekend, which is like, that's like the holiest time to be in DC. It's like the Super Bowl, isn't it? Yeah. The mattress sales are, you know, a little more sacred and reverent down in DC.
Yeah, are you here for President's Day? Yeah, always.
What do? They dig up all the dead presidents and march them around? What do they do?
That was our favorite part.
Yeah. Well, before we get into the Joe Moses one-man shows, J-Moms, to call it, let's maybe talk about how you got to where you are here on stage with me. I'm very excited.
From over we walked.
Yeah. Well, 41,000 Twitter followers.
Yes.
Right? I mean, New York Times featured, you know, Joe, let's start with you. You were a student at University of Michigan. Is that kind of how this all started?
Yeah, it all
StarKid.
Yeah.
Explain this, because I had no idea.
It all started in my senior year at the University of Michigan, and just for fun, my friends and I put on what was at the time titled Harry Potter the Musical. Which Warner Brothers loved. They just yeah they loved that.
No infringement there.
Yeah, no, we were fine. And it was all free. It was a student show, student produced, student directed. You know, in a free space in the basement theater where the students did our stuff. And we put it on in 4 performances. They were all beyond our expectations, sold to the wall. You know, people were like trying to get in. And so, because of that, we filmed it so that our friends who didn't get to go, our family who didn't get to go, they could see it. So we filmed it all, and we got the film students at University of Michigan to film it for us and edit it together. And then actually the writers finished the editing and put it up because they're very talented editors as well. And then we put it up online just, honestly, I know it sounds corny, but just so our friends and family could see it. And then overnight, it just blew up. It was like hundreds of thousands of hits within the first day, then the first week over 1 million, and now I think it's up to 8 or 9 million on the first part alone.
That's amazing.
And so that sort of launched us all, and we had so much fun doing it, and we had such a great response from the fans that we were like, well, we love doing this, you guys love watching it, so let's do it again. So we came back after we graduated and did a sequel. Those were the 2 Potter plays we've done so far.
Right, so these Harry Potter plays, and it really like hundreds of millions of hits, or 100 million hits total now, all these things you've done on YouTube.
Yeah.
And it kind of launched careers, right?
Absolutely, yeah, totally. One of the guy who played Harry and wrote a lot of the music is now Blaine on Glee. My friend Darren Chris, my roommate in college. And he just finished a run of How to Succeed, taking over Daniel Radcliffe right here on Broadway.
It's amazing. So is it all from just taping your show that, you know, everyone does shows in college, you just get shows or whatever, and you throw it up online, and now he's on Glee.
Yeah. That's what happened to us, J.D. and I too, actually. Yeah. We're on Glee.
Yeah, you guys are also.
You don't see us. I'm in the background guys who walk around. I'm the 20-something that talks to all the students, and the guy security has to kick out of Glee High School all the time. I'm the creepy guy in McKinley High School. Hey, Leo, he's the original. Glee jokes.
Yeah. Not this crap, buddy.
Not this one. Sorry, guys.
You guys don't watch Glee?
I'm sorry, you're right. I'm so sorry. Because I watch Glee.
I mean, what's really amazing about the whole thing, it's like it's indicative of this, you know, the paradigm shift in the entertainment industry, really, with YouTube. You know, Bieber, you can say Justin Bieber also did it. I mean, you throw it out there. You know, Disney did not create these characters to do this play like they do with Hannah Montana or something else. You guys just did it. Yeah, and you put it out there, and it's really inspiring, and it's very impressive, obviously. But I think this is a trend that's happening, and more and more people.
You know, it was actually really shocking to me when the day after we finished our DC shows, the New York Times piece I was interviewed for, and I knew it was coming out, and I was really excited about it. But the day after we finished our DC shows, I looked at my Twitter like I do compulsively, and there was somebody goes, "Oh, Joe, you're on CNN.com," and I went, "No, that's not me." And I looked at it, and it was an article about internet fame for that very reason. And it like put us, which is ridiculous, but it put us with like Justin Bieber and Rebecca Black, and Kate Upton, and then there's me and my goofy face.
Kate Upton's internet celebrity too?
She started out doing, that's how she was
doing porn online?
Yeah.
Scott, what am I doing making ice? I just need to make a video with you.
Exactly. This is the problem.
One of my favorite videos you've ever done is the one with your dad. It was like an early toy and your mascot's promo, I think, at your house in New Jersey, where he's just trying to convince you that your best bet for a guest is like Bat Boys.
Yeah.
Is that it? And that's just he's like
I found one fan.
yeah, a huge fan. Yes. He's like, don't worry about the athletes, Scott. The real money is in the Bat Boys. That's who that's. That's probably one of my favorite videos Scott's ever done.
There you go.
We're trying to recreate that humor on stage. It clearly did not work. Trying to chase that first high.
I peaked.
Definitely peaked.
Yeah, us too.
Maybe Caribbean Ice the Musical is the way to go. I think you guys can get some work out of this.
All right, all right.
Let's talk about
Let's
it.
do it. Yeah.
So let's talk about the one-man show. So you graduated, you moved to New York, and you got hooked up with JD, and how did that get to go?
It all started through a mutual friend of ours at the pit, Jamie Lynn Beatty, who is also one of the StarKids from the musical. She was in the musical as well. She went to Michigan with me. And when I moved to New York, I was like, Jamie, I'm looking to get involved in the comedy theater here. I'm just trying to make it, I guess. And she said, I interned at the pit all through high school, and it's a really great place to get started. And so I started interning there, actually. Nobody knew who I was. This is after all the Potter stuff, and I was like sweeping the floors and emptying the trash cans and stuff. And JD had a show there. It was called Stephen Colbert Hired Me, which was his one-man political comedy show at the time. It's been funny. It is funny. And so I just started talking to JD from there, and I actually left and went and did Starship, which was the next StarKid feature-length musical. That one career in Chicago. And then when I came back, I wanted to get started my own project, and I talked to JD, and I knew he had done sort of a one-man show before. And so that's how we got started. It started out very, very simply, with JD just being like, yeah, I'll host it, I'll like help you with some tech stuff and some pointers and whatever. And so I did a first run of the shows, the first probably like 5 or 6 of them, was just me trying, like kind of like you're doing, writing it and producing it, which makes you crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Don't ever do that. Such a stupid idea.
And then,
what the hell am I doing?
And JD, and then JD came on board and started helping me, and I was just so happy with the quality of the material. We have so much. So now JD is, he directs it and he helps me write it, produce it.
Yeah, well, I saw the show on Valentine's Day. I was there by
And you saw fans. Yeah,
These fans they know all your characters. They're just like, you create this whole universe and mythology, and they're going nuts, and it's amazing. I mean, you've got these diehard fans that I'm desperate for, and and I'm very, very jealous. That's basically what it is.
It's great from my perspective, complete outside. Like, it had nothing to do with University of Michigan or the StarKids at all. And now I'm like caught up in like this weird in between where I'm on the road with Joe, and now certainly a lot of the fans, especially here in New York, know who I am. But I'm still kind of that like outside fan perspective, who still is like a big part of it. It's like, wow, he still has like 42,000 Twitter followers, and everywhere he goes, people know who he is. And I'm still kind of like that in between who kind of helps out, but doesn't really get his role.
You got your street team, right?
I have a street team.
Yeah.
But after every show, I give him a big hug, and that makes me feel
Well, that's all.
You got a prom invitation last year.
I got a problem. Yeah, I was there for after the show. This girl gave me this card. It just said "Dear JD" and had the word "prom" with a question mark. And that's it. This like
there wasn't a checkbox. Yes, no.
Yes, no. She was just like, "Come to prom."
Yeah, it was a demand. You're coming to prom. I'm a little worried she might kidnap you and bind your feet together and get you to that prom.
She was really not, but that's like I don't want to say like directly no. So I'm like, oh well, we might be traveling.
Yeah.
Which is true.
Right. She's also 16.
Yeah.
That's what I say. You can't say no.
I definitely felt like a pervert sitting there. It's all like 15, 16-year-old girls at these shows, and I'm sitting there in the back in the dark on Valentine's Day. Well, listen, we have to keep going.
How many Twitter followers do I have?
At least one.
At least one. Yeah.
I'm surprised you know what Twitter is. That's amazing. Holy crap. Guys, Joe Moses one-man shows, they're going to LA March 5th at the El Rey Theater, which is an awesome theater. Tickets go on sale tomorrow for that. So if you happen to be in LA, or if you're a super psycho crazy fan, fly to LA, catch the show, and see them in New York when they're here. Really great stuff. Guys, thanks for coming out.
Yeah, absolutely.